How you doing, AIWF TAPW fans? I'd like to bring you to another edition of Shooting Straight with the Buh. This week, my special guest, Skully. How you doing this week, Skully? Yeah, I completely understand, man. We're all wanting to see Robert Z-Real back here in Tennessee All Pro Wrestling, and maybe he'll be coming back soon. I'm not sure. He's still rehabbing that injury where he got his ankle broken a couple months ago by a PGA. But this past Saturday, April the 16th, we had a whole stack card of action. We started off the night on a little bit of a down note due to contractual obligations not being met by Little Mexico. Anarchy Kids have been stripped of the Tennessee All Pro Tag Team Championship. Now, I'd hate to see these kids lose their title this type of way, but if you can't make it to the show, you can't be a champion. But even though they were stripped of the tag titles, we promised the fans a tag team title match later that night. So our general manager, Dwayne Sherrill, decided, you know what, we're going to give them a tag team title match. We're going to name two of the hottest tag teams right now. One on an unbelievable winning streak, the ICBB, the Inner City Boys on the Block, Drake Cassidy and Tom North, on one side of the ring. The other side is going to be the Monsters of Mayhem. Now, with Monsters having 3 members now, Tim Jernigan, Hammerjack, and Roxo, well, they believe in the Freebird rule. So whenever you see the Monsters of Mayhem, you never really know, is it going to be Hammerjack and Tim Jernigan? Is it going to be Tim Jernigan and Roxo? Is it going to be Hammerjack and Roxo? You never really know. Well, that match has been decided. Later that night, it will be the Monsters of Mayhem versus the ICBB for the Tennessee All Pro Tag Team Championship. Now, the first match of the evening was a battle royal to determine the #1 contender for the Tennessee All Pro Southern Heavyweight Championship, currently held by Corey Prince. Now, the action was crazy. People getting thrown over the top rope left and right. But the winner of the battle royal, Tim Jernigan, and he sent out the challenge that he wanted to face Corey Prince that night. He wanted to cash in his title shot right then and there, get his shot that night. So it was decided later that evening, Tim Jernigan versus Corey Prince for the Tennessee All Pro Southern Heavyweight Championship. Our next match pitted Carnage, who recently turned on Cal Redmond in Little Mexico to go with the likes of Taylor Hobbs, Kilauea, and Red Curtis. Carnage taking on Cal Redmond. Now, it was pretty back and forth. Cal, quick, able to get in quick strikes and high flying and everything. Carnage, power, but quickness overcame power in this match. Cal Redmond actually walked away with the victory, but I don't know if he won the war, because right after the match, Carnage beat him down. He was doing everything. He shot him off the ropes, bench pressed him over his head, and instead of slamming him, turned, dropped him on his shoulder, and power slammed. Now, he was beating him down so bad that Tim Jernigan actually came in to make the save for Cal Redmond. If it hadn't been for Jernigan, I don't know what would have happened to Cal Redmond. He may have just been a grease mark on the canvas after Carnage got done with him. But Cal Redmond did get the victory in this match. The next match, former four-time Tennessee All Pro Southern Heavyweight Champion Brent Powers took on someone I just talked about, Red Curtis. Now, in both of these previous matches, Red Curtis taking on Brent Powers and Carnage taking on Cal Redmond, Kilauea and Taylor Hobbs were trying to be ringside. In both matches, the referee said that in Carnage and Cal Redmond, Kilauea and Red Curtis had to go to the back. For Red Curtis against Brent Powers, Kilauea and Carnage had to go to the back. The only one left at ringside was Taylor Hobbs. Now, the former four-time Tennessee All-Pro Southern Heavyweight Champion was able to pick up the victory in this one when he defeated Red Curtis. That brings us to our Tennessee All-Pro Southern Tag Team Championship match. The ICBB versus the Monsters of Mayhem. Drake Cassidy and Tom North versus Hammerjack and Roxo. Like I said, it's Freebird rules. But the Monsters believe in Freebird rules. That means you never know which one you're going to be facing. Now, with all the confusion going on, the referee got knocked down. He didn't see what was going on. ICBB, Tom North hit, I think it was Hammerjack with a chair. I'll have to go back and review the videotape. But the referee was down. Next thing you know, Hammerjack and Roxo pick up one of the members of ICBB, slam him down on the chair, and Roxo goes for the cover. Hammer drags the referee over. 1, 2, 3, and the Monsters of Mayhem are now Tennessee All-Pro Tag Team Champions. Now, speaking of champions, Monsters of Mayhem now Tag Team Champions, and Tim Jernigan going into the next match against the Tennessee All-Pro Southern Heavyweight Champion Corey Prince. Monsters could have walked away with all the gold this past Saturday. But Tim Jernigan lost his cool in his title shot and put his hands on the referee, and he got disqualified. He kept putting Corey Prince in the corner. He kept choking him and beating him down. The referee was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know they have to the count of 5 to break whatever they're doing on the corner, on the ropes, whatever, before they get disqualified. Evidently, referee Goat got a little too close when he was counting and touched Tim Jernigan. Tim Jernigan did not take too kindly to that. He kept telling him, "Do not touch me." Finally, the last time Tim Jernigan had enough, he grabbed referee Goat and he slung him halfway across the ring. Goat had no other option. He had to disqualify Tim Jernigan. And your winner and still Tennessee All-Pro Southern Heavyweight Champion, Corey Prince. Now this brings us to the main event of the evening. Now, folks, what happened in this match was, it was bloody and disgusting. Not disgusting because of the blood, but disgusting because of the actions taken by the AOA. It was Mac Attack, Gregory McDaniel, and Daddy Mac taking on Classic Kevin James Weatherby and PS 911. Now, in all the action that was going on, next thing I know, Gregory's on the outside of the ring with Weatherby, and he gets handcuffed to the ring post. 911 and Weatherby handcuff Gregory to the ring post. He can't get loose. And then they both go in and they jump Daddy Mac. They beat him down. They bloody him. If you were able to see the post-show interview I got with Daddy Mac, you'll see his face was covered with blood. And in no uncertain terms, he said he's pissed off. He said he's the owner. He can make any type of match he wants. Now, with all the beatdowns going on and Gregory handcuffed to the ring post, it's basically, it got ruled a no contest because the referee got knocked out too. He got a pile driver. The referee was out. Gregory's on the outside. He can't get loose. Daddy Mac is being pummeled and getting bloodied. Next thing you know, Gregory's somehow able to slide his hand out of one of the handcuffs, slides in the ring, chases off AOA. And he sent out the challenge. He said, next week, he said, I don't care if it's a match that you want. I don't care if it's a match that we want. He said, I want those 2 chicken bleeps. I'm not going to say it because, let's face it, we're in a church and I'm not going to say that. But he called them chicken you-know-whats. And he said, next week, Mac Attack versus AOA. He said, I don't care what the stipulation is. He said, you can name the stipulation. We'll name the stipulation. It does not matter. And in the post-show interview I got with Daddy Mac, like he said, he's the owner. He can make any type of match he wants. You never know. It could be a Flaming Tables match. It could be a ladder match. It could be a barbed wire match. It could be a dog collar match. It could be kendo stick match. It could be a death match. You never really know, because Daddy Mac said he's going back to his old roots. He's basically just lost his mind. He's going to do whatever he can to get his hands on AOA. So this Saturday, April the 23rd, the main event of the evening, Mac Attack versus the Axis of Arrogance, with the stipulation to be named at ringside. Also, we're going to have a special challenge match. One half of the ICBB, the Inner City Boys on the Block, Drake Cassidy, taking on one half of the Real Freaks. No, Skully. No, it's not Robert Z. Real. It's going to be Draven Lee taking on Drake Cassidy. I know he's your buddy too. I mean, could you just shut up? I'm trying to do my show right here, okay? Like I said, Drake Cassidy against Draven Lee. We're also going to have a Tennessee All-Pro Southern Tag Team Championship match. The Monsters of Mayhem defending against Legion. Like I said earlier, it's Freebird rules. You don't know who's going to be in this match. But I'm assuming it's going to be Hammerjack and Tim Jernigan, since we're also going to have Roxo in action taking on Cal Redmond, but you never really know how this is going to go. Also appearing, we're going to have Kilauea, Carnage, Redneck Rick, Dangerous James Black. We're going to have all the stars of Tennessee All-Pro Wrestling. Like I always say, doors open at 7, bell time at 8. It's $6 to get in. It's right here at 5542 Manchester Highway in the Victory Center. It's Tennessee All-Pro Wrestling. Be there.